I grew up in Hawaii, where my mom put me into karate at a very early age, and between that and dance, it really gave me a chance to learn to move and learn to master some of my own body movements and control and my energy as well. I was bouncing off the walls. Today they would have given me Ritalin, I have no doubt, but I would have been called ADHD or whatever. But they put me in karate for that, and they gave me a place to focus all that energy, and I think it worked. It gave me discipline. It gave me a particular work ethic, and I grew up in the martial arts, and I grew up in dance. And then I came to LA, and I got to dance for a lot of great people and with a lot of great people. And then from there, I went into acting, and I've had a really wonderful adventure the entire time. You know, I've had a long lifetime of, I have to say, I have had supportive parents. They told me that I could do anything, be anything that I wanted, period. And they always stuck to that. So I would remind people that they too can be anything, do anything. They may not feel it, they may not believe it, but they have to find that in themselves. They have to find a path if they want to follow their passion. And that's Joseph Campbell's famous words. He was a professor of comparative narratives. He compared stories from all the sides of the world, and he found that all the stories were the same. And in every case, his book, The Hero's Journey, outlines what a hero has to do. And in the end, he kind of said, follow your bliss. And I would say the same thing. If you have something you absolutely love and you feel you want to share it with the world and you want to do that thing, follow that thing, train for that thing, prepare for that thing. Don't let people get in your way about it or tell you that you won't be able to make it. Keep striving for it, keep climbing, keep training, keep preparing, do what you need to do, educate yourself. There's so much to know, and there's so much you don't know. And the longer you're in it, the more you know. The only difference between, I believe, me and a lot of the people that started with me when we were young as actors, I'm here because I never quit. They eventually gave up for whatever reason. They weren't making enough money. They couldn't handle the rejection. Whatever it was, I just never gave up because I couldn't imagine doing anything else. I didn't have to imagine. I had to go make money, so I had to go get jobs doing things that I did not love. And I let that bite me. I let one of my senseis, one of my senseis used to say, pain is a good teacher. It is a good teacher. When I was in that office job and I was, my emotion felt pain. Every time I was looking at that stack of papers, I was like, I do not belong here. And then I had to go get a job at a coffee shop. And I had a blast. I was working with great people and I got to meet fun people, but I was kind of performing behind the coffee shop counter. And I could feel like, this is nice, but I want more. And every one of those little pains drove me forward. It drove me on to the next thing. And it also informed me, I don't want to be here. I want to be there. So you have to make the decision. You have to come to the realization that this isn't enough for you. You need more, and you need to go get more, because you can go get more. You can be more. You can be what you want to be. The martial art that I grew up training, it talks about the elements. And I think if you understand those elements and you can prepare for those elements, then you can use them to your advantage and you can be prepared. I am fortunate enough to have a strong earth element. My parents were my earth, but some people, you may have a best friend that is your earth. You may have a significant other that is your earth. You might have somebody you write to that is far away that believes you. They absolutely believe in you. That is your earth. But find your team, find your family, find your tribe, so that you have somebody in your corner that believes in you, and they simply say, it's all right that you failed today. Tomorrow, you're going to get there. Then you need a sky. You need something to aspire to. We wake up and we see a sunset and we're like, it's a new day. It's a new day and I can do it. That sky, that you need the wind and the air to help lift and get under your wings and lift you up. You need inspiration. For me, it was at the time, I was born in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and everybody looked the same on television, except for this dude named Bruce Lee. He came on a movie and I was like, why does he look different? I didn't understand why he looked different, but he looked different. He acted different. He moved a lot different. And that captured my imagination. It sparked that fire. And that is the third, fire. What is your passion? What sparks you? For me, it was learning that it was okay to be different. He was different. I could be different like that. I could be different. I could be great like that. And great is different. Great is not an average. It is not mediocre. It is different. And if you want to be different, then let that fire burn in you so that you can start to really go for it. And then finally, water. You have got to be fluid. You're going to have to, sometimes you're going to have to go with the flow. Sometimes you're going to have to change the course of the river, but you will cut your way through the earth. You will cut your way through what was the foundation that was before you, and you will make a new path. And hopefully with others, you will make a new path with people not unlike yourself, but they aren't always vocal. They aren't always in your corner saying, we need this. They don't even know they need it sometimes, but I needed it. I needed the trailblazers before me. Martin Luther King, man, he put an idea in many people's heads that wasn't there before. We are equal. We deserve to be here. Rosa Parks, she lit that fire and she's like, she blazed the trail for us. So you don't know what you're doing now, but even you, Audria, right now, right here, you're blazing that trail for people they don't know that even need it yet. So what you're doing is important, and what they're going to be doing, they don't know it yet, but what they're going to be doing is important for the next generation. And what they're going to be doing is important for them, but what they're going to be doing is very, very important for the next generation. I didn't realize it until I signed maybe my first autograph, and this it was a little kid. I was working on some kind of Power Ranger show. It's called VR Troopers. This little kid is like, I want to be like you when I grow up. I was like, you will be. That's all I could say. But I didn't think anybody wanted to be like me. I was just having fun being me. But in his eyes, I saw a future that I may not be a part of again, but I'm a part of at that moment, and that's important.